Hey beautiful, it's me, Jasmine. Today I'm going to be sharing my recommendations with you guys for the Sephora sale. I think it's called the VIB sale this time. I'm not really sure, but I know they're having a sale on the 24th. I believe it starts for VIB Rouge members, and I'm super excited because it's always exciting when Sephora is having a sale because, you know, those things don't come around too often. Okay, I'm going to start off with primers just because I feel like it's easy to go in order. And the first primer that I want to recommend is from Tatcha. It is the Tatcha Primer. Everyone loves that primer. And this is the perfect time to pick it up because it's pretty pricey. I cherished it. Okay. The next primer I want to recommend is from Erborian. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, you guys. I really don't know. But it's an extra matte primer. And it's really, truly amazing. I love applying it. It works really well for my skin type. I have a combination oily skin and I really, really love that primer. The last primer that I'm going to recommend is actually more affordable for Sephora, but still, it's going to be on sale. It is the No Problem Primer. No Problem. It is really good. It takes away your pores. It actually controls oil. And it is on the more affordable side. It's like $20, maybe even $18. I feel like some drugstore products are that price. Next, we're going to move into foundation. I do have a couple of foundations I want to recommend for you guys. And the first one is going to be Jackie Aina and Too Faced collaboration. She did extend the Born This Way line. So I definitely recommend that foundation because you probably have a shade now if you didn't before. I love the shade that I use. It's called Chai. It's the one that she created for herself actually. So I really love that shade a lot. And I recommend the foundation in general. The next foundation I want to recommend is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. It's just an amazing foundation. And this is a good time to buy it because you do get it at a lower cost. The next foundation that I recommend is a new brand to Sephora. It is not new, but it's new to Sephora. It's Jouer. The Jouer foundation is actually really, really good. I know they did extend the line like maybe 6 months ago. So there are a lot more shades in that foundation line. But that foundation is super full cover. It is good. It is really, really good. And the last foundation that I am going to recommend is from Nars. It is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I absolutely adore that foundation, you guys. It is so good. I cannot get enough of that foundation. I really, really love it and I really recommend it to you guys. Next, we're going to go into some concealer. The first concealer that I have been obsessed with, I cannot put that thing down, is the new Too Faced Born This Way Super Cover Foundation Concealer. The concealer is amazing. It is super full cover. It is thick. It is what I want in a concealer, so I love it. I also love the Mercier Fusion Concealer. It is definitely one of my favorites. And lastly, for concealer, I would recommend the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancing Concealer. It's amazing. It's just like another level of concealing, you know? Take away your whole life with that one. Next, I'm going to recommend setting powders to you guys. Of course, the Mercier setting powder, translucent and deep. And it's just a bomb powder. You guys, if you tried it, you know. If you don't know, now you know. I also want to recommend their new glow powder from Mercier. They released the same translucent powder in a glow formula, which is amazing. I really, really love it. You can put it all over your face and you won't look crazy. You know, I just take a big brush, I dab it on my face, I buff it in everywhere. It looks so bomb. If you want to wear it as a highlight, you can intensify it. It is so amazing. I love that powder so much. It's my bae, my new bae, okay? The next powder that I would recommend is from Hourglass. It's the new Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder, the Veil Powder. It is beautiful. That thing makes you look like airbrush. It looks so good. And they do have a travel size as well, so if you want to try out the smaller size, you can do so with that powder. I don't know what's in that thing, but it's amazing. It just blurs out your skin, but you have to be super careful with it because it can have flashback. And if you're not too careful and your beauty blender is too wet, you could create a big mess. So that powder is very delicate. She's bougie, okay? If you're looking for a yellow powder, I would recommend Too Faced and Huda Beauty. I have Canufa. And yeah, those are the two powders. The Huda Beauty one does have a smell, just in case you wanted to know. But Too Faced doesn't, and it's really beautiful. So I love those two powders in terms of yellow based. What's next? how about some bronzing? For bronzer, I have 2 recommendations. The first one is from Bobbi Brown. There's tons of amazing bronzers at Sephora, but not many of them work for deeper skin tones. So with that being said, Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and Bobbi Brown do carry bronzers that go out to deeper skin tones. So I recommend those 2 brands and their bronzers if you are of a deeper skin tone. I really love it. Guerlain also has deeper bronzers, but the number that I use, number 9, is not sold at Sephora. They go up to number 7 at Sephora. So I'm gonna mention that I love their bronzer, but the one that I use, the shade I use, is not at Sephora. So I also love Becca's Maui Nights. It is a more coppery tone bronzer, but I love that thing. It's really amazing. So those are my 3 picks for bronzers, with the special mention of Guerlain. Hey girl. And yeah, next I'm going to go into blushes. For blushes, I've been really enjoying the Kevyn Aucoin Neo blush, I think it's called. I love it. It is so beautiful, you guys. It's like a corally tone blush. It is so pretty. I love it. I recommend trying it. I also want to mention Laura Mercier's new blushes. They are so amazing. The shades Grapefruit, Royale, and there's one other one I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll have it in this video for you guys. I love those 3 shades. They are so beautiful, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I love them so much. Moving on to highlights. I have a ton of highlight recommendations from Sephora. I lately have been really obsessed with this Dior kit. This is a quad with some highlights in there. I love it. So I definitely recommend that. It is called the Backstage Glow Face Palette. It is beautiful. If you're looking for some extra flavor, some spiciness, some, what is that thing called? Then I recommend the Artist Couture highlights. Those highlights are so bomb. They're so beautiful. Jackie Aina's collab is also at Sephora if you want to pick that up. They're just the most banging highlights ever. Also for highlight, I recommend Becca, and I really love Chocolate Geode. It is perfect for deeper skin tones. It is a beautiful highlight, you guys. I love it. Next, I want to recommend a couple eyeshadow palettes. Lately, I have been obsessed with the Norvina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so that's definitely high on my recommendation list. I love that palette. It is beautiful. Urban Decay's Born to Run palette is also amazing. These colors are so gorgeous, you guys. So I highly recommend that palette as well. Perfect time to pick it up if you were thinking about it. Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam is also a beautiful staple palette. If you're looking for a beautiful neutral palette, I recommend that one hands down. Anything Pat McGrath, I think you should pick it up. This is the perfect time. Eyeliner, lately the Flyliner has been my bae, so I love the Fenty Beauty Flyliner. It's definitely one of my favorite eyeliners ever, and I recommend it. It's beautiful. I love it. I highly recommend it. For mascara, the Hourglass New Caution Mascara is my favorite. I love that thing. It's so... ooh, I love it. I also recommend Benefit's Bad Gal Bang Mascara. Bang! I love it as well. It's so beautiful. It's so intense. It's so... ooh, your lashes look amazing. They look so long. I love the brush on there. It's just a beautiful mascara. So I recommend those 2 mascaras. They are so amazing. I love them. Next, for brows, I have really been enjoying Benefit brow products for probably like 2-3 years now. Lately, I have been really enjoying the Precisely My Brow and the Goof Proof pencil. I can't wait to try out the new pencil, the 4-in-1 Draw My Brow thing. So we're gonna move on to lip products, and I have a ton of products, you guys, for lips. The first one is from Pat McGrath. Anything Pat McGrath I recommend getting. I have been obsessed with her lip gloss in Flesh Astral. It is such a beautiful color. I highly recommend it. It is amazing. I love it. I also love her lipsticks. The matte trans lipsticks are beautiful. I love Fenty Beauty lipsticks. These are I love the Fenty Beauty Matte Moselle Plush lipsticks. They're beautiful. I also love Fenty Beauty's Stunner liquid lipsticks. They're so, well, there's only one shade really, but I love that formula. That red is beautiful. I recommend that color. I also recommend the Too Faced Nude collection. I love those as well. They're so beautiful. Oh, so gorgeous. Nip Slip is my favorite. It is like a perfect nude for me. Next, I recommend the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Of course, like that's the staple. You need that in your life. It's just a must. you need it. I wanted to recommend the Bare Minerals lip glosses. I absolutely love those. They're so amazing. I love the finish of them. They're just really, really beautiful and they last so long. So I definitely recommend those to you guys. I do have a couple skincare items I wanted to recommend really quickly. The first one is from Good Genes. I love it's actually from Sunday Riley. It's called Good Genes. I love it. It's a lactic treatment and I really recommend it, and this is the perfect time to pick that sucker up. The next one is from Drunk Elephant and it is the TLC Baby Facial. I love it. And lastly, I wanted to recommend a couple of fragrances for you guys because I do love fragrance. If you guys didn't know, now you know. I really love a lot of fragrances actually, but Penrose from, I don't know the brand, but I will have it in here for you guys. It's a beautiful vanilla scent. It is so gorgeous. I love it. Flower Bomb is always a staple, so I recommend that one for you guys. Black Opium from YSL is also really, really nice. I love Gucci Premier, so I will recommend that one as well to you guys. Chanel Gabrielle. Oh my gosh, how could I forget her? That is one of my new baes. Chanel Gabrielle, definitely I highly recommend that scent. It smells amazing. So those are my favorite scents that I recommend from Sephora. You guys, that was a long video. I feel like it's pretty long. Anyways, you guys, that is it for my recommendations at Sephora. Hope you have a fun time shopping. I will list the details of the sale down below in case you guys were wondering. And thank you for watching. Bye. Love you.